the conversation's going good. It's easy. We're getting along great. That kind of freaks me out a little bit because it does make me wonder, is he going to try?
Every evening, Deanne lounged on her apartment balcony in Los Angeles. Glasses of wine, city lights glinting in her peripheral vision, and the hum of possibility just out of reach. She was 35, successful, magnetic, and fiercely independent. Yet, despite her outward confidence, she carried a guarded heart. Her friends insisted she'd been too picky, swiftly dismissing prospects before they even stood a chance. She'd perfected the art of polite rejection. No spark, not the chemistry, I don't feel seen. Inside, her thoughts spiraled. Am I doing this right? Am I even capable? When her friends gifted her a seat on Updating, a live blind dating comedy show, she balked at first. Blindfolded on stage, facing an audience, that sounded like a nightmare. Yet, the tiny voice in her heart whispered, maybe this is exactly what you need. The night of the show arrived. On stage, Deanne's palms were clammy, her throat dry. The crowd cheered. Blindfolded, she heard muffled laughter, felt a hand gently guide her to a seat. A comedian host flung questions at her, cutting, absurd, honest. Why are you single? Have you ever hooked up? She answered barely above a whisper, revealing she'd never had a boyfriend, never had sex. Her confession hit like a pebble in a pond. The silence that followed was deafening. Then came Conrad, introduced without sight. His calm voice asked her, "What are you looking for?" She spoke of wanting chemistry, wanting not to settle. She admitted her fear of doing it wrong. He responded with warmth and honesty. When the blindfold lifted, Deanne saw him, handsome, kind eyes. It felt like a miracle. Backstage, adrenaline and relief crashed through her. She found a bathroom stall, breathing deeply. She stepped into a date tonight. Just that itself felt like triumph. Her therapist had reminded her it's not about perfection, it's about trying. Conrad found her. He was easy to talk to, warm, emotionally available, with shared hopes of future family. She chatted about her big dreams for kids, 3 biological, 1 adopted, she confided. His caring acceptance felt revolutionary. Deanne and Conrad arranged to go on a real date. She spent the day rehearsing conversation, choosing outfits, battling nerves. When he picked her up, she realized how little she'd practiced real dating. The vulnerability felt both thrilling and terrifying. Over dinner, they talked about everything: childhood, hopes, awkward firsts. When Deanne admitted she'd never dated, he leaned in and wrapped her hand in his. No judgment, just presence. Afterward, on her balcony, the city lights no longer felt distant. A spark had ignited, one she'd longed for but never chased. Days later, self-doubt crept back. She messaged Conrad, hesitated, erased, rewrote. She checked his social media, trying to read signs. She worried she'd be too much or not enough. Her inner monologue spun. Is he even real? Does he like me, or is he playing along? But in therapy, she reminded herself, she'd already walked up the hardest hill. Now was about enjoying the descent. Conrad invited her out again. No cameras, no audience. A walk in the park turned sunset confession. She let herself relax, allowed laughter to tumble freely. She told him she'd been boy crazy her whole life, but terrified to actually chase it. He simply listened, and kissed her gently. It wasn't about sex. It was about connection. Her guard cracked. She reflected, the show had pushed her out of comfort. But real-world dating meant facing emotional privacy. She texted Conrad, a short, honest message. I'm really enjoying you. This is new, and good, and also scary. He responded, me too. They met again. This time, she stopped worrying about being perfect. She leaned into authenticity. When he asked her out for another date, she said yes, softly, confidently. At her next therapy session, she marveled at how far she'd come. Blindfolded on stage to choosing to keep seeing someone. Her fears hadn't vanished, but they had shrunk. Her transformation wasn't cinematic, it was gradual. The courage wasn't in the show, it was in each vulnerable choice that followed. Deanne hasn't lost her virginity yet. That wasn't the story, it was about feeling safe enough to imagine it. She's no longer dismissing before she even starts. Now, Her heart is open. She's allowed to hope. Because sometimes, first dates aren't about closure. They're about cracks in the walls we've built. And in those cracks, new beginnings shine through.